What's up guys, welcome back into the YouTube channel. If you're new, thank you for stopping in. So today we're gonna be talking about airbags for the 98. I ordered these probably 2 years ago when we started the build on the truck, and I'm just now getting around to installing them. I went with the AirLift 5000 series. I've seen a lot of, just good reviews and everything with them. And I'm just putting these on there just for the pure fact of like towing and stuff, so the truck doesn't squat as much, because now that it is lifted, I'm sure we do, or throw the gooseneck on the back with the 79, it's gonna be more of the Carolina squatting. That is not what we're looking for. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly how these are gonna mount up. I'm not gonna be installing them today. I gotta do a little bit of sandblasting because we're gonna be powder coating these a different color, so we're gonna be doing that. But like I said, I'm gonna show you how to install everything and kind of go from there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on in and get the rear bump stops removed off of the truck, and then we will start the assembly process. All right, so like I said, this is the AirLift 5000, the adjustable air springs up to 5,000 pounds, load leveling. And like I said, I'm just gonna use these to kind of help without having that Carolina squat when we are hauling a trailer, since the truck is lifted. I have everything laid out here. So this is the axle mounting kit. There's two different kits I know that you can get. The one is where it mounts on top of your leaf spring and mounts to the side of the frame. And then this kit here mounts to your axle tubing, and then mounts underneath of where your bump stops go on your frame. So starting, we have these are our axle bolts. They're actually gonna be kind of like a U-bolt almost. Your top frame mount, your buckets for the top and lower portion of your airbag, your bottom bracket that actually sits on the axle, and then these two pieces over here are your inner frame rails. So I've watched a couple videos, and a lot of guys that are installing these aren't really doing them on lifted trucks, and that's what I ran into. So I'm gonna kind of show you guys how to install them or build the kit without a lifted truck and then with the lifted truck. So it's pretty straightforward, guys. The directions are, you can basically lay it out and get this done in a day. You do have to punch a few holes, drill a couple holes and stuff, but no big deal. When I go to install all these, obviously we'll pull the tires and everything off the truck just to get a little bit more room underneath there to do all the work. But like I said, we're gonna be sending these off and getting everything sandblasted. I know those two pieces. Not gonna worry about the inner frame rail pieces, but the top bucket bracket and the lower bottom bracket we're gonna be sending off. So like I said, if you're installing these on a normal truck, this is what your kit will come with. If you're gonna be doing a lifted truck, you're gonna have to order a spacer. I bought this off of Amazon for 2 of these, and the hardware kit, I believe, was 40 bucks. Make sure you read the description when you're ordering stuff like this, because this kit here is actually made for AirLift and a couple other different kits. All the holes and everything will line up correctly. We'll get to this piece here in a minute once we get done talking about this. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to install this. The directions and everything are pretty straightforward. Like I said, everything on the inside. And then, like I said, this is how it's gonna mount to the top of your axle tubing and up. Everything is stamped right and left. When you're doing this, obviously your airbag here, you're gonna want this valve. This is gonna be your air valve to the inside of the frame. So obviously I'm just gonna pretend like this is my wheel. If this is the outside of the truck, the wheel side, you want that valve on the inside. So when you're installing this, you can start off with your bracket, and then this portion here is gonna go on just like this, and then your frame rail. So if this is your frame rail of your truck, it's gonna sit just like that up against your frame rail. And I'm gonna go ahead and just do a quick little mock-up here. Because like I said, I am gonna be pulling all this stuff back apart to do my powder coating, or sandblasting first and then powder coating. we're gonna do just a couple small pieces on the truck. So we got those two. We're gonna flip the bag over. You'll put your bucket on there. And guys, on this bracket here, in the directions, it doesn't tell you, but you're gonna want to put your U-bolt, I'll call it the U-bolt, the axle bolt in first. Because once this plate mounts to the bottom side of the airbag, like this, you can't, there's no room to slide that in because obviously the airbag is interfering. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuff mounted up, and then I'll show you what the finished product looks like. All right guys, so we got everything put together here. And like I said, on this bottom one here, you gotta make sure you put it in, otherwise you're not gonna get it in once your bag's on. But this is the mock-up of everything. And then when you go to install it, like I said, this will sit right on top of your frame, and then, or on your axle, excuse me, axle, and then this is your frame side up here. So it'd kind of be in the truck axle frame, and then you just take, like I said, it's kind of a little like a U-bolt, stick it around there and tighten it down. If you're gonna do a lifted truck, like I said, we'll take this piece back off. And guys, there are a bunch of different styles of those lift blocks. Just like on a lift kit, you can get like a 2-inch, there's a 4-inch, a 6-inch, there's angled ones, so you just gotta kinda figure out what fits your truck and go from there. On mine, I figured the 4-inch just straight would be fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these popped off. And guys, when you order this kit here, it sends more hardware and stuff. But on the bottom bracket piece here, so when we put it together, and there's multiple holes, just get whatever lines up for you, like that. And then these bolts that I'm using here are the ones that came with the AirLift, because I know they're gonna thread in there. So we put that side on, and we'll get our other side lined up. Get it tightened down. So now this is what it's going to look like. And then you take the longer bolts that came in the lift block, and what I did on mine, the one that I have mocked up on the truck, which I'm going to show you guys here in a minute, I ran them through like that. Put your flat washer and then slide this bracket on. And that's your finished product right here with the lift block installed, and that's how the airbag is gonna sit. So pretty straightforward, like I said. And then obviously you have all your air lines and stuff. When I do this, I order push lock fittings, which I'll show you guys. But let's go over to the truck real quick and I'll show you what it looks like with the whole thing assembled on the truck. Okay guys, so I'm gonna show you the finished product here on the truck. Obviously when you look at the side of it, you can see the airbag in there. My bracket, like I told you, or I mentioned before, with my gooseneck hitch here, I might have to shave just a little bit off. As you can tell, I'm not sitting, let me get you in here, sitting 100% flush on the bottom side. So when I straighten it, I'm hitting. So like I said, I'm probably just gonna end up shaving just a little bit off so we sit 100% flush. But like I said, this is everything mocked up. You'll have to come underneath of your frame and take a punch and punch where your holes are and then drill them out. And then for the bottom side down here, that's what it looks like. So as you can tell right there, that's how it's gonna sit. You can adjust it whichever way you need, right, left. That's not 100% set in there. Like I said, I gotta trim my top so it sits more flush, because right now we're kind of sitting at an angle, which is causing that bottom bracket right here to be pushed over a little bit. So I'll probably end up sitting probably more this direction a little bit, probably right in that area somewhere. So it's gonna sit more on your mount here than anything. But yeah, guys, it's pretty easy. Like I said, you probably get it done in a day. Obviously, I'm gonna pull my wheels and tires off when we go to do this so I can get straight in there. And then I'll show you guys those push lock fittings here in a minute. But I'm not 100% sure where I'm gonna run my airlines. A lot of guys just bring them out and go straight to the license plate. I might do that. I might put them, mount them right down here next to the my trailer plug-in. I might go on top of my hitch. I'm not 100% sure. Cool thing, I mean, they give you plenty of line for both sides to run them wherever. I've seen guys even on the bed here, they'll drill a couple holes. So you drop the tailgate, air it up, and go from there. But we'll figure something out. All right, guys, so here's the airline that comes with the AirLift kit. This is a 1/4 inch airline, and then obviously on your ends, both ends, you have your fittings to fill it up with air. But these are the push lock fittings I was talking about. I can't show you. I was hoping I was gonna be able to, but I'm gonna have to end up cutting this, and I don't wanna cut it in the wrong spot. But these fittings are really cool. We use these on semis a lot. So the cool thing about these is it's in the name. It's a push lock. So you basically push your airline in there and it locks it down. You can get them in all different excuse me, sizes, 90 degrees. This one's an actual single in, dual out. And to release them, so obviously say you shove your airline on there and you're like, oh shoot, I got a leak somewhere, I need to fix it. All you have to do is push your airline in, and these little tabs, they just pinch down. So when you push your airline in, you pinch it down like that, and it actually releases the airline, so you can pull your airline out, fix your little section wherever you need to be, wherever it needs to be fixed. So say you have a small hole in like a 3 or 4 inch section here, release it, throw a new line in. You don't have to replace the entire line. You can just replace that little section. That's the cool thing about these push lock fittings. But anyway, guys, I just want to show you a quick video on the AirLift 5000. Like I said, if you have a lifted truck like me, you can get on Amazon, find those airbag lift blocks. Like I said, there's a bunch of different styles, so be sure to take a measurement on your truck. But that's going to do it, guys. Remember, learning as I do, doing I love. I'm the G Man. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.